All right, that leads us to our next presenter, that is the Coast Guard Academy. So a few weeks ago, or I guess maybe about March, we heard that the Coast Guard was doing an event, and many of the people that we met inspired what some of these topics were today that the Coast Guard was doing. They have a different flavor being part of DHS, and there are multiple roles that they have and the different titles, so it was very interesting listening to their perspective on this. So we wanted to bring them up here so you can hear what the Coast Guard Academy is doing with cyber.
Good afternoon. It's great to be here. Thank you to the Army Cyber Institute for the invitation to come. It's an honor to represent the Coast Guard Academy, and it's great to see a small but distinguished group of Coast Guard Academy graduates here today. So we don't have 75 people for cyber, and we don't have a $100 million building for cyber, but we do have a dedicated group of people doing cyber education and training, and a great group of cadets. So I will keep it short and yield my time back to the Army as the other service academies did. It's great to be here. So I want to just make sure you know about the Coast Guard Academy. So we are a service academy located in New London, Connecticut, southeastern Connecticut. We started as the School of Instruction for the Revenue Cutter Service in 1876, and the academy moved to Connecticut in 1910, and that's where we are today. The Coast Guard, we got our name in 1915, and we at the Coast Guard Academy in Connecticut are the sole geographic accession source for all Coast Guard Academy officers. So the Coast Guard Academy is just like the other service academies. We have a 4-year undergraduate accredited degrees, and a 200-week military training program for our cadets. Also co-located with us is the Leadership and Development Center, which has the Officer Candidate School and the Direct Commissioned Officer Program. So all Coast Guard officers come through New London, Connecticut, as well as NOAA officers. Last year, 18% of the applicants to the Coast Guard Academy were accepted in a merit-based process with no congressional nominations required. So we are small. We have about 900 cadets, and from 48 states. The admissions folks are still looking for somebody from North Dakota. So if you know anybody from there that wants to join the Coast Guard, it's very likely they'll be accepted to the academy. We also have 15 foreign nations represented in our cadet student body. We're a STEM-focused school with the 8 majors. 75% are technical, 50% are engineering majors. So that's where I come in. I'm the program chair for the electrical engineering major, and we're kind of taking charge of the technical aspects of cyber education and training at the academy. So we want to provide Coast Guard officers to support the Coast Guard cyber strategy. We'll provide officers who can be capable of defending cyberspace, enabling Coast Guard operations, and protecting, unique to the Coast Guard, protecting critical maritime transportation system infrastructure. So we are using the framework of the Military Academy Cyber Working Group, and we're looking forward to becoming a part of that this summer, actually, where we have certain skill set that we believe all our cadets, all Coast Guard officers need to learn, some of them and then a few of them. So I'll briefly explain what we're doing in those realms. So for all the cadets that come to the Coast Guard Academy, we do teach a core class in cyber stuff, cybersecurity, networks. But we've also been very pleased to work with the cadet training branch. So they're in charge of our 200-week cadet training program, and we're working with them. And this summer, we're developing a new training for them. So at the Coast Guard Academy, the second class cadets, rising juniors, will spend time earning their basic pistol and rifle qualifications. At the very end of that training this summer, they're going to come into our labs and they'll shoot cyber bullets. And we're going to call this cyber range. A brand new training we're doing this year for all the graduates, all the second class cadets. So they'll be learning, and in fact right now they're being spearfished by us, and we'll be able to take that data, how well they did, and we'll be able to give them feedback, personalized feedback on the spearfishing experiment when we see them this summer. We're also getting the fundamental knowledge such as identity, authentication, access, internet protocols. They'll be working in the lab, capturing clear text passwords. They'll learn about web and email security. They'll do a firewall, and then they'll play StarCraft in groups with each other, configure their firewall incorrectly, and they'll find malware will cause problems on their machines. So the idea here is we're trying to instill this culture that was mentioned today about cybersecurity. Once they experience these issues, we hope that the goal of this program is to demonstrate to cadets what happens when a user does not practice cybersecurity, and to start to develop this culture where our future leaders understand the roles that users have in securing our networks and the relevancy of cybersecurity. So we're excited about this, that all the cadets will go through. Some of the cadets, up the triangle there that the other academies may have shown, we don't have a computer science program, so a lot of our cyber activities happen here in the EE program. We have a computer track that has software engineering courses and computer networks. We've established a new computer network security class, so that falls in the realm of some of the cadets. And then a few of the cadets, similar to the West Point, where they're calling their cyber leader development program, we've created a competitive cyber team, and we do participate in CDX. I will mention that we were proud to beat one of the largest service academies last year. Won't mention who they were, but for our team of this year, 7 cadets, they did a great job and they learned a lot. It reminds me, if Captain Tortora is still here, we have implemented celestial navigation back in our curriculum just this year. And cadets are out this summer sailing on Eagle, doing the celestial navigation. So the few cadets in our cyber team, they'll participate in DARPA cyber stakes as well, and other cyber competitions. And the last few cadets, the last section that few cadets get involved in are Capstone projects, sponsored by the Coast Guard, including Cyber Command, and Captain Dickey's here from representing Coast Guard Cyber Command. Other folks in the Coast Guard sponsoring these Capstone projects, which in the past have included stuff on projects on IPv6, the automated identification system, vulnerabilities with AIS. Coast Guard, we have a regulatory component, so we're regulating them. We have regulations for the Maritime Ministry, so a lot of our Capstone projects are related to the Maritime Ministry. So we're proud to be able to make all this happen. We get a lot of support from our associate of graduates. We call that our alumni association. So the Coast Guard Academy Alumni Association has been generous for us. So those of us at the service academies have fantastic jobs educating smart, motivated young people, and they're going to be our key leaders in the future. So we're proud to be a part of this at the Coast Guard Academy. Thank you for the opportunity to share a little bit about what we're doing. Appreciate it.